We're here in downtown Torrance at Foster's Freeze. Doesn't get any better than this. We're here at the Torrance Farmers Market. Spotlight Torrance. Welcome to Spotlight Torrance, where we're exploring your city. I'm your host, Shannon Murphy. Thanks for joining us. Today, we're going to go on a walking tour of Old Torrance with the help of the Torrance Historical Society. Here we go. We're here right now with Janet Payne from the Torrance Historical Society. She's going to be taking us on the walking tour that happens every fourth Sunday from May through October. Janet, good to be here. Tell us a little bit about the walking tour.
Well, we start off here at the museum, give them just a little bit of history about how Torrance got started, because a lot of the people don't know, even if they're from Torrance, and that really gets them kind of excited. Sure. Before they leave. We tell them about the early rancho, how that this is one of the first land grants given to someone, and just a little background. And then we take off walking. And
absolutely. Do you generally go on the same route, or?
We do. We change it up depending on the group. You know, some of them are more interested in certain kind of details. Some are a little slower, you know, in walking. Some are real peppy, and some are kind of, I want to say they ask a lot of questions, and some are, you know, it's just like any group. Sure. I play to the group. If they're serious, I'm a little more serious. If they're people that we can, you know, do the trivia with and have a few jokes and have a couple of laughs, we do that. But it's pretty much the same because we found that that's what people are interested in, and it works.
Absolutely. And what are one or two of the main highlights that you generally tend to take people to?
Well, I always like to take people through the alleys, because alleys were really a big feature of the residential section. So you took care of your kind of nasty stuff in the alley, no trash cans on the street and that. But when I go through the one alley, I take them to the Twitchell mural that's on the side of the Employment Development Department. And while it was just painted in 1979, it is a pretty historic thing to have a Twitchell mural in town. Then I walk them through the neighborhoods, which gives them a feel of the variety of the architectural styles. And I tell a little bit about some of the famous Torrance people that lived there. Sure. Always go up to the original Jared Sidney Torrance Memorial Hospital site, and we always go in Nativity Church because it's open and we can see all the stained glass windows, and it gives them a different feel of architecture. We always look at Torrance High and the vista of El Prado Park, and it's really easy. If we move along quicker, I take people to the Centennial Park for a different view of El Prado.
All right, well, don't give everything away, because we're about to go on the tour right now. Now, as we're getting ready for our walk, if you're at home and you want to discover Torrance in some other ways, Wealthy Jenner is going to tell you all about a nonprofit bureau you should check out. It's called Discover Torrance.
Discover Torrance is a nonprofit visitors bureau that started in 2010.
The chamber, the city, and the hoteliers were looking at a way to partner to help build tourism and attract visitors to Torrance.
There's so many people that we go to as hotel people, trade shows, conferences, travel groups that really aren't sure where Torrance is, because we get lost sometimes between Los Angeles and Long Beach and the beach cities. So this is a specific effort to promote Torrance.
Banners like this one are spread along Torrance Boulevard. They're there to spark positive interest with tourists and within the community in hopes that people find out why Torrance is a great place to visit.
Funded by hotels around town that have 50 or more rooms, chair members say it's important to let the community know why bringing in more travel is beneficial.
Collectively, why don't we promote the region? Because in the end run, everybody kind of complements each other, and it'll be a win-win for the economy.
Hearing and being open to the voice of the residents within the community and being sensitive to that, but also at the same time, being pro-business and having, again, that balance that allows us all to enjoy all of what Torrance has to offer, I think is incredibly good and powerful at the same time.
And Torrance offers a plethora of amenities.
All the individual kind of gems that we have that people really don't know. And I'm thinking about the Chin Art Gallery at the Sunrider, the Toyota Museum.
It's beautiful. The people are friendly, great, very diverse, great restaurant selection. I don't know, I could go on and on. There's a lot of great things about Torrance.
And let's not forget to mention Torrance's access to the beach and almost always perfect weather. For CitiCABLE, I'm Wealthy Jenner.
Whether you're planning a trip to the Torrance area or you already live here, head to discovertorrance.com to explore the city. You can also call 310-802-7777 for more information on the great attractions, shopping, hotels, and more that Torrance has to offer.
You're here for the first walking tour of the 6 months that we do it. We do a May through October on the 4th Sunday.
The tour begins with an introductory history lesson on Torrance and its founder inside the Historical Society Museum. Janet tells us how industrialist Jared Sidney Torrance, prompted by developing labor troubles in Los Angeles, decided in 1910 to build a working man's paradise, a model industrial city halfway between Los Angeles and the San Pedro Harbor. While you could easily spend the day inside the museum going through Torrance's rich history, like viewing its first Rose Parade trophy, learning that there were many ranches in southern Torrance, like the Weston, which was the site of the first school in 1890, or that Torrance was originally the size of just that tiny blue portion you see on the map right there. But it was time to hit the pavement and begin the tour outside. First, we hit the Kent Twitchell Mural just behind the museum. This impressive painting, known as 6 LA Artists, is on the back of the Employment Development Department and features classmates of Mitchell's depicted as a diverse working force. From here, it was off to see more of the great history the surrounding residential area offered. I'm standing at the Kent Twitchell Mural. It's one of the fantastic sights you're going to see on the walking tour. Now, if you'd like to be able to paint like this one day, Jennifer Hua is going to show you the person who can help you get there.
The Torrance Cultural Arts Center offers a variety of classes, and behind the doors of this drawing studio is a woman who refuses to give up her passion for art.
I'm way past retirement age now, but as long as I can drive the car and I still have my brain working, I'm going to keep teaching.
Beverly Metcalf has been teaching at the Cultural Arts Center since 1969. She possesses skill in different forms of drawing and painting, including pastels and watercolor, and says her love for crafts came at an early age.
Somebody gave me a little watercolor paint box when I was 5 for my birthday, and that kind of got me started. And then somebody gave me a box of colored pencils. So I used to design my own paper dolls and their dresses, and I just drew everything, and I liked art better than anything else.
Even after 44 years of being in front of blackboards and art canvases, she continues to draw her students back semester after semester. Art student Di Kern began taking Beverly's classes in 2009 and still attends today.
Wow, I came in here and Beverly came over and she said start here and go there and so on, and before you know it I was like really getting into it.
For the summer, she'll be showing students how to make use of different shapes in her animal painting and drawing class. The 85-year-old doesn't plan on taking a break anytime soon, and neither do her students.
Because I love coming here, and if I don't, I get withdrawal symptoms.
For Spotlight Torrance, I'm Jennifer Hua.
In addition to teaching the animal drawing and painting class over the summer, Beverly will also be showing students how to use pastels. Courses begin on June 23rd, and anyone interested can continue to register until the 3rd week of class. For more information, visit torranceca.gov. So Janet, we've been having a great time on the walking tour here. Have you guys ever considered another way getting around to tour also?
Well, we've done a bus tour, but somebody recently just asked me if I had a bike, and I wondered why, and I said, well, yeah, I got a pink bike for Christmas. And he said, well, I'm in a bicycle club. And would you do the tour for us on the bicycle? And I said, sure. I'd do it if somebody had a wagon or a scooter. We've done car tours, but we'd be open to just about anything.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned scooters, because Deja Charles is going to show you a new way to get around Torrance. She's going to tell you all about the South Bay Scooter Club.
It's the first Saturday of the month, and Eric Hudson travels great distance for a good ride and great company.
I live in Huntington Beach. I came about 35 miles just to do the ride today. I love this ride.
This ride Hudson is excited about is the hour-long scooter cruise to the Hollywood sign put on by the South Bay Scooter Club. Hurtson is just one of many motorists that come from all over to join these excursions.
I first had my bike for commuting, and I decided that I wanted to go on longer rides, and I started riding with a group, and it's got a very different dynamic than when you're riding by yourself.
The club was started by Mario Artavia in his hometown of Torrance 12 years ago.
I said, there's no clubs here in the South Bay, so I just, one day, in the year 2000, I just plunked the website up and said, come on out in February. And ever since 2001 of February, we've been meeting here at the corner of Crenshaw and Lomita Boulevard.
Now that it has attracted an average of 75 participants, he keeps his clubbers interested by trying to keep things exciting.
Going to LA without getting on freeways is kind of interesting. It's like, seeing the city in a whole new light that you haven't seen before.
A monthly newsletter is sent out to subscribers to give them information on their next destination and meetup time. Apart from First Saturdays, Artavia and his club take weekend expeditions as well.
We have an annual ride every year in August that actually last year attracted 203 scooters. And that's called Swerve and Curve. It's our annual big 2-day rally. And we go around Palos Verdes and ride. And it's a good time.
With 30 riders for every excursion, you can bet that there's always room for more. To find out more information about what Mario and his group are doing, you can visit www.southbayscooterclub.com. This is Deja Charles for Spotlight Torrance.
The South Bay Scooter Club is one of only a few motor clubs that accept both vintage and modern two-wheelers. If you'd like to join Mario, you can find him and his members in the parking lot of Tony Roma's on Crenshaw and Lomita Boulevard every first Saturday of the month at noon. Or check out southbayscooterclub.com for more information. As we head through the neighborhood, we stop at the site of Torrance's first hospital. The original Torrance Memorial Hospital was originally dedicated in 1924, and its first patients were admitted in 1925. Today it's a residential neighborhood, but a plaque on the wall still honors its history for all to see. A few steps down the block, we come to the Nativity Church with its beautiful interior and stained glass windows. A perfect place to take a quick break. I've been having a great time on this walking tour of Old Town Torrance. I've been learning so much from Janet Payne and the Torrance Historical Society, but I'm working up a bit of an appetite. I could really use a drink and some food from the 1321 Taproom Bistro. And Brittany Bin is going to give you a review of this 1920s themed restaurant. Here it is.
Through combining old world charm and modern sensibility, one local Torrance restaurant keeps their patrons coming back for more.
We just like it here. It's people are nice, it's friendly, and we've always enjoyed our meals, so we keep coming back.
Nestled in Old Torrance, the Gastro Pub 1321 Downtown Taproom Bistro dishes up classic comfort food entrees with a surprising twist.
This comfort food, just a little bit elevated, instead of doing a regular burger, we want to make it a little bit bigger, a little bit different ingredients, something you can just get at any chain restaurant.
Since opening its doors in 2011, the Taproom's menu has undergone some recent changes, thanks to chef Lauren Crone.
We need more comfort food around town, and again, we do it for the city, we do it to get the people in so they know what they're eating, and there's not a lot of places around here that serve what we serve.
Some of the restaurant's most popular items include the pan-roasted brick chicken over fresh arugula, the 1321 burger with homemade tomato aioli, the classic beer-battered fish and chips, and 1321's mac and cheese.
So this is our 1321 mac and cheese. It's 4 cheeses, and it's got a chipotle cream sauce, and the topping is we add extra cheese, we stick it in the oven, and then we gratinate it with a torch, so it gives it that crispiness.
To perfectly accompany my mac and cheese, 1321 has more than 40 different kinds of beer in constant rotation based on the seasons. They even have 16 kinds of beer on tap. Throughout the week, this 1920s themed gastro pub has nightly events, making it perfect for a casual yet elegant night out on the town.
Mondays is local beer night, Tuesdays is a family night, kids eat free, Wednesday is our events, Thursday is our dames night, which is like a ladies night. We have a separate menu, a separate drink menu, and Friday we do reverse happy hour at night.
With summer season right around the corner, 1321 will be adding a variety of new items to their seasonal menu. So be sure to stop by and taste one of their latest creations. For CitiCABLE 3, I'm Brittany Bin.
Located in Old Town Torrance, 1321 Downtown Taproom Bistro brings you tasty food and great beer. Themed with touches from the late 20s and 30s, you can visit them at 1321 Satori Avenue. For more information, go to 1321downtown.com or call 310-618-1321. With the hour-and-a-half tour winding down, we hit a few more points of interest, including Torrance High School, which has been featured in numerous movies and TV shows, including Buffy the Vampire Slayer and 90210. From here, we start to head back to the Historical Society Museum for the end of the tour, and I was lucky enough to speak with one of the tour goers. All right, I'm talking here with Barbara Benson. We just went on the tour together. Barbara, how'd you like it?
I loved it. It was very interesting.
What was one of the highlights for you?
All the history about the homes and the people who lived in them. She explained the dynamics of all the city personnel and the movers and shakers and the start of Torrance. And showed us the homes they lived in.
Absolutely, and you're from Torrance, right? Or you live
I've lived here since about 78, I think, for many years, and I've never been on this tour, so this was unusual. It was on my bucket list, so.
Oh, perfect. So first time for everything, and you got to learn a little bit about...
And I've never even been in the museum, which I'm embarrassed to admit. Everyone should come, everybody involved in Torrance.
Absolutely. And do you have kids or grandkids that live here?
I have one son, and he's married and has 2 daughters, and they live in Torrance also, in the West Torrance area. Both children go to Torrance schools.
Are they involved in dance at all, do you know?
They have been in the past. Now they're involved in other things, soccer and other things.
Oh, perfect, because we have a great story for you to check out right now, where you can have your kids turn into super kids. Deja Charles is going to tell you all about it.
Twinkling tutus and fluorescent lights had parents swooning over their small, dazzled dancers. Celebrating 30 years of service, super kids from all 6 cities are dancing for the very first time here at Armstrong Theater. Super Kids founder Terry Thompson says the growth of the program is what brought them to this venue.
These years past, we've just been operating our dance program at a church stage, really a simple show. And last year, we ran out of folding chairs. So we decided we need to move up, step up, and do this production here.
Lines backing up the entrance, the theater filled with flowers carried by parents and grandparents joining in the excitement.
I love this because my child, in this case, she's really motivated to be in this kind of program, and I love it.
I've never seen her perform on a stage, so we're really excited to see that. She's worked really hard, and she's a really good dancer, so it'll be exciting to see her dance for the first time.
The program teaches dance to children ages 3 to 11 years old. Super Kids may just be an extracurricular activity to some, but parents find it to be the perfect outlet for their children to gain confidence and have fun doing it.
She is a ham at home, but very shy, often in front of groups, and I feel like this class has just enabled her to, shine on who she is in front of people.
3 decades later, Thompson has grown the program from 10 children in 1 gymnastics class to 6 locations. What led to such success?
One thing that's unique about us is that we offer a lot of classes through schools. So parents find it very convenient just to sign up their child at a school when they find they don't have time. They might be working, they don't have time to take their kid to a class.
Thompson says she ultimately wants Super Kids to maintain its community-based reputation.
I just hope it will continue to grow and expand in the community. I like that it's community-based, so I think that we're going to just keep growing in the South Bay area.
For Spotlight Torrance, I'm Deja Charles.
Along with dance and gymnastics, Super Kids offers family yoga and cheerleading. For more information, visit superkidsfun.com. All right, our walking tour is over, and we had a great time learning about Old Town Torrance. Now, if you want more information, make sure you check out torrancehistoricalsociety.org. And remember, this walking tour happens the 4th Sunday of every month from May through October. Thanks for joining us on Spotlight Torrance, where we're exploring your city. I'm Shannon Murphy, and I'll see you next time.